All right, it's time to create our notes for parallel lines cut by a transversal. So make sure that you have all the colors that you need. We're going to start off by talking about our transversal. That's this line right here. And a transversal is a line that cuts parallel lines. And remember also, speaking of parallel lines, oftentimes you will see these little arrows marking that these are parallel. Sometimes you'll see it in single or sometimes you'll see it in double as well. Just noting that these two lines are parallel. And then again, a transversal is any line that cuts through parallel lines, okay? And the reason we need to know that is because it creates these special relationships. And within these special relationships are a couple of things. So the first one, I'm going to do pink. That's just the color I pick. You can choose any colors that you would like. Corresponding angles are equal or they are congruent. Remember, sometimes you're going to see that little squiggle on top. And the corresponding angles are ones that are in the same location. So for instance, this angle right here corresponds to this angle right here. It's in the same location. So if I looked at this like an intersection, this would be the top left. And I looked at this as an intersection, this would also be the top left or that upper corner. These are both in the upper corners, so they are corresponding. And so again, we'd be able to solve, like if I said this was 110, I would know that this is 110. Okay, the next one we're going to take a look at are alternate exterior. And again, they are equal or congruent. And alternate exterior angles, again, are created by a transversal cutting parallel lines. So they alternate, they're opposite each other, opposite sides, and they are outside or exterior. They are outside. So for instance, this guy right here, this angle, along with this angle out here. Let's see, I think we'll pick this one. There's kind of double on that, but I think we'll be okay with this one. So those two pieces right there are alternate because they're on opposite sides, and they're exterior because they're outside of the parallel. So if this pen is on the inside of the parallel, these here would be on the outside of the parallel. Okay, the next are vertical angles. And vertical angles, I'll make those orange. And again, they are equal or they are congruent. Vertical angles are opposite of each other. So again, anytime you see an X, X marks the spot, we have vertical angles. And vertical angles are created anytime you see an X. So they work in parallel lines cut by a transversal, but that's actually anytime, like if I just see this little X right here, those two orange pieces I know are the same because they are vertical. They're across from each other. All right, the next one we're going to look at is called same side interior. And same side interior are special because they create this supplementary. They are 180 degrees. They're equal to 180 degrees. So if I took a look at the same side, so they're not alternate, they're not opposite side, they're on the same side and they are inside the parallel. So remember, inside the parallel lines is where that pen is located. So for instance, this guy right here, this whole angle and this angle, these two are on the same side of the transversal and they're inside of the parallel lines. And together, they're going to equal 180 degrees. All right, two to go. This one I'm going to make red. These are alternate interior. So they alternate this time. They're across the transversal. They're across that. And they are inside the parallel. So again, inside the parallel. And they are alternate or opposite of each other. So there's this one. And the very last are same side exterior. So again, they're outside the parallels. So remember that pen is inside, so they're going to be outside. And they're on the same side of the transversal, not opposite. So I could take this guy here and this one here. And what's special and important about these is that they also equal 180 degrees.